Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's episode. And in this session, we'll be looking at how to iterate or create a loop through a defined list just by using the list comprehension. In the earlier session, we looked at the default for and while loop, and then from there we looked at how to use the map to also create an iteration. And in this section, we'll be looking at how to use the list comprehension. All right. So by list comprehension, all we are doing is to have our square bracket. So let's say first we have your variable being assigned to a square bracket, and then we have an expression. Okay, an expression, and then we have your iterator. But before the iterator, there are the members, or what we call the elements. So we have members or elements before the iterator. So we have a variable being assigned this input, that's an expression to be done or an action, as long as we are iterating through elements or the members of any defined iterator. So we'll be looking at the list comprehension, then from there we look at the set comprehension, and also dictionary comprehension. So with the list comprehension, the classical example would be, let me just comment this out. So let's say in this case, you want to find 2 times a range of elements. So all we are going to do is, let's call this result, and then we call this a result, and then we have I expression. The expression is, let's say, 2 times of I for the member, that's I in the iterator. So let's use a range. It's a range of 13 members. Okay, so we have 13 elements, and we are looping through. So this is our member, that's I being assigned each of the elements, and then the expression 2 times I. So if we run this, we just get our output result, and that's it. So you wouldn't need to create a blank list and then use your while or for loop before you now append to that blank list. So this is just a simple one-liner. Now in the case of the set, let's call this result 1. Sets have just curly brackets, so we are going to use the same thing, but then we have 2 times 1 for I in range 13. Okay, so we key in result 1. We also have a set defined, and so if you check the type of result 1, it gives us a set. We check the type of result, that's a list. And then for a dictionary, dictionaries are such a way that you have an attribute with a colon to an element, or let's say a value. We have an attribute or a descriptor. And then it's assigned with a colon to a value. And then they are also kept in curly brackets, right? So for a dictionary, all we are going to do is let's duplicate same for, say, result 1, and name this as result 2. And then before this, we would have, say, I colon that. Okay, so if we run this, now result 2 is a dictionary. So you have the I parts or the descriptors passed to the values. So let's see the type for result 2, and that's a dictionary. Okay, so let's try something quite interesting. Maybe you would want to get your children or your students getting familiar with their timetable or their multiplication table. So let's use the dictionary as a means to generate this. So first, let's key in an input. So the input should be an integer, and then type in input. So enter your multiplier. So this would request an input from the student, who can input anything at all, any value. And let's call this X. All right. And then what we are going to do in here is, in place of I, we are going to use a defined string so that it would show us, maybe if it's 2, then we'll have maybe 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 3, on and on till we get to 2 times 12. Okay, so we're going to define x as a string in this case, even though we picked it as an output. So string of x, then we add it to, let's leave a space, and then let's convert our I also to a string. So this will give us something like, if it's 2, we have 2 times 1, 2, sorry, I should have put in the star here. So we have 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 3, on and on until say 2 times 12. And so for it to start exactly from 1, we need our range to be defined to start from 1 all the way to 13. That will be 1 to 13 minus 1, which is 12. And then from here, we bring our column that shows that it should just assign it to, in this place, we'll put x. So the x that was inputted times every member of I, and that would be it. Okay, I needed to close this. All right. So now, say we enter this. So enter your multiplier, maybe 2. And then in result 2, it generates, so we have 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. And it's a simple way of making your younger ones understand how to, code and then also learn their timetable. So let's print out directly from here so that we don't need to always go back and then key it in. So say you want to study your 10 timetable. So we enter 10 to generate our 10 timetable. Okay, so we have 10 times 1, 10, 10 times 2, 20, and so on and so forth. Okay, so it gives us every individual element. Okay, right. So I believe this is quite interesting, and it's something we can always use in our code, whether expect level, beginner level, intermediate level. And I believe you had a wonderful time following through. If there's a question, don't forget to leave the question in the comment section, and then the team will address it. If you have any comments, to just leave them in the comment section. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and then we'll always give you something amazing to help your Python journey so smooth and so seamless. And we hope to see each and everyone at the top. Let's push till we get better. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.